Good morrow, old chaps. This is See You Next Time, and today's trip into the seedy underbelly of NiceGuy country is a little different. We're going to be exploring the nooks and crannies of NiceGuy souls by way of poetry written for M'lady. And yes, it is as good as it sounds. That is to say, the feelings are real, the poetry is terrible, and the cringe is boundless. Oh, please do enjoy. Catfish accidentally texted me the cringiest poem from his actual number. When confronted, he said he meant it for someone else and he wasn't sure how he got my number. I hate online dating. I'm waiting for you, holding my breath, turning blue. You'll always be my friend, you'll read this to the end. You take me as I am, you say shit, but damn. You're a bit of a Dell, you accept people have been through hell. You appreciate I'm a nice guy, you're not one to lie. You have an attitude like Pink, maybe a few tattoos, some ink. Your smile is wide, I like my women a little on the trashy side. No flavour of the week, be into antiques. Your heart, like mine, is loving and big. When I find you, I'll dance a jig. You have a working brain. You'll romantically kiss me in the rain. You're sassy like Tess Holiday. You're cool with my dad being gay. You're a hint of Melissa McCarthy. You laugh at Chris Farley. You accept I'm a sinner. You're a forgiver. You don't care about fat. You like old school rap. We'll binge watch Stranger Things. You're not into flings. It'll feel right from the first kiss. You know what I mean when I say, as you wish. If you exist, give me a sign. I'll do anything to make you mine. You share your fries, you'll scream, hey you guys. Let me be your Han Solo. If I say Marco, you'll say Polo, 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 Polo. You're cool with me like in wrestling. You don't wear too much bling. You accept anyone's height. If you're all this, you could be Mrs. Right. You think I'm deep. We'll also be best peeps. Your breasts aren't small. You shop at Torrid and Lane Brilliant at the mall. You're strong like Princess Leia. You're not into being a player. You can be my queen as long as you listen to Springsteen. You're a nerd. You don't follow the herd. You like DC and Marvel. You want something on a deeper level. You laugh at dirty jokes about a package. We both accept baggage. You'll swim in a creek. You're also a geek. You'll go camp. You'll snuggle under a lamp. You're not a dead fish in bed. You'll play games like That's What She Said.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
You inspire me to create. You understand why I hesitate. You know I'm a little hokey. We sing carpool karaoke. We make a good team. You enjoy a good meme. We can talk all night. You don't like to constantly fight. You can be a hot mess. Won't judge the sins I confess. You laugh at my jokes, we'll age into old folks. We lift each other up, you get it when I say, sup. You make me feel appreciated, you love me even when sappy inebriated. You enjoy a good buck, dinner we'll jointly cook. You'll encourage me to lose weight, you know what game has a straight. You sit at the table playing a board game, you'll laugh cause you know I'm lame. We can watch sports, I laugh at your snorts. You're one with the force, you're okay, I have a divorce. Your thighs are thicker, but your heart is even bigger. We tell each other how we feel. I'm starting to wonder if you'll ever be real. We just click. We take care of each other when sick. We both like some romance, even if it's a song in the kitchen for a slow dance. No matter how long I have to masturbate for you, I'll continue to wait. Oh my Jesus, fuck, it's the length of a whole book. I'm wishing it to be a farce, but fear it's just a bunch of arse. What is this so-called poetry you're trying to fucking throw at me? You're holding me to ransom with this awful lack of scansion. Throwing in those extra syllables, it's like the words you're using are actually fucking billable. It's so cringe-tastically bad, it makes me unbelievably sad. Okay, in fairness, there's nothing wrong with putting the qualities you're looking for in a partner down on paper. But, and this is the big one, don't do it like this. And don't send it to people, especially when they've not fucking asked for it. Excuse my good guy tendencies. Excuse me for being a good guy. Forgive me for not being toxic like your previous boyfriends. I didn't ask to be raised well. I never asked my mother to teach me kindness and humility. No wonder I care so much about humanity, even though I know it's doomed, futile to fight for it, but a purpose is not the latter. I fight still. I'm sorry I'm not one of those bad boys you're used to dating. The ones who give good dick, but bad energy. Always belittling you and making you feel less of a woman, whilst you're still just a girl. Girl. You don't know what you signed up for. That's a life sentence trauma. Who didn't have a good upbringing, who never got hugs or kisses from mummy or daddy. Now carrying anger and toxic energy everywhere they go. Poor souls. It's not their fault. So forgive me, girl, that your mummy has never really been emotionally available in your life. Not to mention your daddy, because you never spoke of him. Perhaps they broke up before even marrying. But that's what happens when one states facts. They'll say I'm rude and mean. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm in no position to critique with any sense of authority the poetry put to paper by the nice guy on the screen. Guy. I'll leave that to the likes of Rachel Oates, but I will say this. It seems to me to be an utter load of total wank, and a focus on the form the words on the page will take does not a pretty poem make. I poetry maxed recently. This is about my ex-crush. Why such wonderful things must be Chad only. Though much time has already passed, I can't help to not think of us, what wasn't and what could have been, if you decided to choose me.
You choose me?
I say to you today, goodbye. Loneliness I must high five, and you don't seem to guess a bit that without you I feel like shit. This your only fault but lethal, like a small scratch on a crystal, blemishing your image thinly. Why did God make you, Chad, only? You killed my kids, I still love you. There were not many, but just two, born from my dream, killed by your no. All of this because of some bone. I'm not her type, I told myself, not admitting to be true self, wanting to feel a bit worthier, unable to say, it's over. I hope that there is a chance small that you will come to me post-war with few children that are not mine. For you it might be a deal fine. You are now with a happy man, lighting his days like rays of sun. I cope, it's good, you are the best. It's bad for such a girl to waste. Seriously, what is this? A stream of petty poetic piss? It's not just the content, it's also the cadence. It winds me up and tries my patience. Just to be clear, he's written a poem about the heartbreak he'd have if they got together, got pregnant, lost or terminated twice, split up and got back together in later life. So it's imaginary heartbreak over imaginary kids in an imaginary relationship with a girl who is very definitely not going to fuck it. Okay, just checking. A bit of context for these next two. Not sure if this should go here or in creepy PMs, but he both scares me and makes me cringe, so here goes. I met this guy once, about a year ago. Had a pleasant enough conversation. He's an obvious foot/stockings fetishist. That's fine. Normally these guys are awesome customers and super sweet. Apparently I didn't pay him enough attention that night because he's been sending me terrible long-winded poetry every few weeks since then. These are just a couple of examples. There's an epically long one where he berates me for being all about the money at my job and gives me advice on how to be a better person while wearing stockings. I think I'm posting partly to minimise how legitimately freaked out I'm starting to get by the huge amount of time and attention he's spending on alternatively worshipping and resenting me. Still have memories of the beautiful vision, seeing you laced in the alluring stocking set. My jaw practically dropped. Not the only guy would have been a solid bet. Looks that could easily rival any screen star, giving flights to fancy in a cadre of admirers. Hopefully not a hindrance to your professional duties with overly excessive, prurient desires. Learn something about one place of your employment, appeals to the nerd that I claim. Located right at a Pokemon Go stop. Oh yes, a club with a unique appeal to be named. So while my fantasies may be filled with colours of your lovely legs in stockings of many kinds, I shall honour the role of a patron, even if the splendour of your appeal boggles the mind. Consider this a non-threatening greeting, hoping all in your life is well, and you are being true to your bliss, even dealing with customers at the tip rail. Though I have only seen her in person once, she is a vixen off the charts, but with her elegance and style, never could she be a tart. Gets the blood flowing, stimulating every part, even the way she walks, so sensual, must be an art. Making it harder to look away, she appears in stockings sheer and black. If I had no sense manners, I would be contemplating an erotic attack. Know so little do I really, and probably never in that scene, always more vivid in the imagination, the ingredients for many a man's dreams. So now we come to wrapping 2015 up. Typically rain and cold hit the town. I can at least say for one moment, the sweetest of angels I can say I have found. I mean, fucking hell, just stringing words together doesn't make it poetry, and it absolutely does not, definitely, make it any less fucking creepy. Sorry I'm not nice enough. This is to all of the girls in the world who can't accept the nice guys for who they are. I'm sorry that I was raised with respect, not to sleep with you when you were drunk. I'm sorry that I am Mr. Right, just not Mr. Right now. I'm sorry that my body's not ripped enough to satisfy your wants. I'm sorry that I open your car door and pull out your chair like I was raised. I'm sorry that I'm not cute enough to be your guy. I'm sorry that I read that. Okay, this next one's a rap, and A, I'm not even going to attempt to rap it, and B, I don't think anyone could because the rhythm's so fucked. You heartless and arrogant. It was really a usual moment and not planned. You might think I would hurt you, but I won't. Tell me why you can't trust me, just why. I am really kind and helpful, and that is not a lie. When I first see you in the bus, it made me happy at once. Although I don't believe in the coincidences, but I think this encounter was a coincidence. To see you again after 5 years, that reminds me of the past again. You don't see me, how can I see you? And gazing at you sleeping, let me think of you again. You said you like being with kind people, but with me you don't even want to be a little. In that dark and dreadful night, I just want to be your faithful knight. I truly believe in that famous saying, no pain, no gain. But all my attempts to gain your strict heart were in vain. You told me to let you in peace, but without being with me, you will never be in this untrustful and hypocritical world in peace. Mic drop. He raised a point, nice guys finish last. So I ditched my nice guy past. They always getting a kick in the ass, and I enrolled as number 1 in the bad guy class. The glory of the nice guys is a bunch of lies. That's why we are the bad guys. And as the nice guy in me dies, he's replaced by, no surprise, one of the bad guys. This, I can't parody this. It's too much. You know what the worst part is? I actually fucking liked you. All of the awkward little quirky things that you do. Your precious little mannerisms and laughter and whatnot. Now I just feel like my soul's been shot through the goddamn ringer like I was some fucking idiot. Like I'm just some fucking chode who doesn't know shit. As if I didn't pick up on things or I've never been treated bad. Like I couldn't see the problem because you made me glad. For once I thought, well fuck, maybe the ducks have finally lined up in a row. 3 strikes you're gone, now reap the seeds you sow. I'm tired jumping through hoops and being dragged round the block by these fucking females who think because I'm nice they can use me like a punching bag to suck. I'm better than that, both you and I know it, so why must you lose out on a good man and blow it? Look, last time I realised I wasn't any kind of perfect, but I learned from my mistakes and now I know I'm worth it. But if you're just gonna bullshit me and feed me these honeyed words, then gone ahead and speak 'em, honey, that shit's for the birds. Fucking not this one though, hence the I instead of the Y. It used to be when this shit happened I'd curl up in a ball and die. But now it's like fuck that, I don't deal with that, I'm way above that crap. I'm not a complex guy, my heart has an easy to read map. So why is it that it's laid out for you and you don't want to take the trail? Is it because it's too easy and you want a little hell? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? Fuck it, I don't want to know. All I know is I'm the shit and I ain't got time for your little shows. So if you're coming along with me, then fucking come on. If not, don't waste my time, 'cause I'm gonna be long gone. I'm a fucking king, baby, and not just some little pawn. You know what I've got to say to this? You owe me that, and you owe me this. You owe me ass, and you owe me tits. I'm at the top of the pile, 'cause I'm making you smile. Don't waste my fucking time. Just tell me you'll be mine. Well, wasn't that an epic journey through the heart and soul of the nice guy? TM. I felt like Alice stumbling through the rabbit hole into a world gone topsy-turvy. Look, I'm all for writing poetry, but it's probably a good time to mention that sending poetry to strippers that you met once does not come over as coy and romantic like Hugh Grant in Notting Hill. It's much more like Hugh Grant on Sunset Boulevard with Divine Brown. You know, less Hollywood starlet, more transgender prostitute. So, this is where we part company and you can do the liking, the commenting and the subscribing. It would really help me out and be ever so kind of you. And remember, most importantly,
don't buy drugs. Become a pop star and they give you them for free.
see you next time.